Hi everyone, it's me, David. I hope you're having a great day. And here is today's philosophical point. What is up to us? The question I'm asking is, what does it mean when Epictetus says some things are up to us and some things are not up to us? What is the very best way of understanding this? As I've said in previous videos, one way this is discussed is in terms of what's in our control and what's not in our control, and I've addressed ways in which this is misleading. So here is my answer to the question of what it means to say something is up to us, and it goes like this. What is up to us is intended to cover what reason can do. So we're thinking of reason as a causal factor, as a contributory factor to events in the world. And the way to arrive at this way of seeing things is by, well, thinking about what Epictetus means quite a bit, but looking at what other things he says in his book, The Enchiridion, and also in his discourses. But I'm going to be a little more specific than just saying what reason can do. And I'll get to the specific formulation in a couple of minutes. But first I want to say that when Epictetus gives a list of things that are up to us, and they include impulse, or as I would prefer to say, will, belief, desire, and aversion, these are just examples. You could call them a sampler. And in fact, in his discourses, he gives a couple more in addition to these. And I don't think this list is meant to be exhaustive. And there are many reasons for saying this, but what we should focus on is there some way to reduce all the things that are up to us to one particular thing? And I've tried with, for example, willing or judgment, but my conclusion is that none of these exactly will do. What will do instead is what reason can do. And here are some reasons to believe this. So, for example, one of the things that reason can do is delay an impulse by thinking about what you're doing. Another thing that reason can do is you can deliberately ignore something that's going on, because if you give it attention, you know that it will form a negative emotion in your mind. And as I think many of you will notice, ignoring is, I think, one of the important powers that Stoicism gives us to live a better life. So I talk about it quite a bit in other videos. And so there's giving assent to a appearance. Something appears to me a certain way and I can give assent to it. Something appears to me in a certain way and I say, I'm not going to give assent to it, I'm withholding assent. And actually the list can go on in a much longer way than this, and I can include such things as analyzing what's going on in a situation, analyzing my thoughts, but we'll stop there, because at this point I don't think you can reduce this all to one thing except what reason can do. So here is my more specific and detailed formulation of what it means for something to be up to us, what reason can do. What we're talking about is a necessary, originary, and contributory causal factor. And I know that's a mouthful, but I'm going to get into each part in a moment. But I do want to say that for a while, I did think part of the formulation should include what is immediate, what I can immediately do at this point. But guess what? For reasons that I've discussed in a control video previously, there are things that are up to us that might not be up to us now. So if you can't get over your ex, that's a good example where we would say, well, it is up to you, but it's not immediately available to you right now to just forget about her or stop thinking about her for a period of time. So, and I'll get into this in another video where I discuss how some things that are up to us, maybe we cannot today immediately put them to use. Something more is going to be involved, which I'll discuss. But let's go to the formulation that we have, that what is up to us, we're talking about reason, and we're talking about a necessary, contributory, originary, causal factor. So what is necessary about this? This is a necessary claim. It's a metaphysical claim. And Epictetus says in the Discourses that not even Zeus can stop you from doing what is up to you. So whatever the external circumstance might be, I can always question things. I can always analyze things. I can always reframe them. And not even Zeus can stop me. And I think that's a wonderful thing that's up to us. And one particular point I'd like to make for all of you who are interested in Stoicism to improve your life, and that would be in particular the amount of tries you get at doing something is actually only impeded by your lifespan. In other words, if there's something you really want to do, most people quit because they look at external signs. But it is a beautiful, beautiful thing to recognize that not even the ruler of the universe can stop me from trying again. So that's the necessity part in the claim of what is up to us. The second part is that there's some kind of contributory element involved in the reason we have. So we are connected to the whole of nature, and anything that we do, even if it's just within our soul, even if it's just internal, is going to have some impact on other things in the world, okay, other material things in the world, other causal factors. And so it's important to realize that what you do, even if it's just within you, will have some kind of effect. And there's the rest of the universe, of course, is where the origin of all these other causal factors. So you have to see yourself as being just one element in a vast network or web of causal factors that bring about events in the world. So that's the contributory part. And in another video, I'm going to talk about how we should think of the cooperation of causal factors as being what leads to events happening. And we are just one, our reason is just one causal factor among a great many others. Lastly, reason is an originary factor, meaning when I make a decision, that is something that comes from me as a original source. Now, you might think this means that there's always some element of initiating something, but it could be just responding to events that are going on. But still, it is the origination of the causal influence that I have on the world through reason is coming from me. So that's what I mean by what is up to us. And let me just repeat the formula again. So we're talking about reason as being a necessary, contributory and originary causal factor to events in the world? Tell me what you think. Am I missing something in the formula, or does this capture it all? So like, subscribe, check out what I do below, and of course, have a great day. It's up to you.